Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Majin Buu Gotenks and seeing just how good he is in DBZ Dokkan Battle. Now this physical Majin Buu Gotenks is a pretty interesting unit. Definitely he and the Strength Buu feel more Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road related, rather than being units that are strictly speaking good for like red zones and all those sort of things. However, they are still really strong. Physical Buu is a 100% physical type lead, raises attack and defense and seals attack on his super attack. In terms of his passive, that's where things are interesting. He debuffs all superclass enemies quite severely, which is really good. He also has an additional attack and defense when performing super attack. He gets additional ki +2 and additional attack and defense when all and damage reduction received by 30% when all allies attacking in the same turn are Majin Buu Saga category characters. This is pretty important because it does limit him in terms of team design, even if you're building a Majin Power or a Sworn Enemies team. Then in terms of his other important points, he performs a guaranteed critical hit against attack down and defense down. Now if you're planning to use this guy in things like Red Zone, you probably want to build him traditionally mainly evasion and additional attack. You need to give him some crits if you're planning on using him in events where he can't debuff the opposition. However, if you are only planning on using him in SBR and ESBR, then in those situations you can look to rather just give him full additionals, because he will always have his full passive being able to debuff the opposition because of things like his links, his passive, etc. And thus he will always crit. So that is something to keep in mind. In terms of links, this guy has also got not a weird link set, but he's got that kind of 4-link kind of link set. Things like Metamorphosis, Majin, Wall Standing Tall, these are all good links. But these are just not links that he's going to get with anyone outside of the Majin Buu Saga category, or things like Terrifying Conquest. In terms of raw stats, not too bad, 140, 160k. Remember, link leveling helps this guy out a lot compared to other units, which is super important to keep in mind. But in general, also dupes will always help him like it does any other unit. Attack stats are pretty good though. Honestly, he hits some really nice attack stats, especially considering he's only at 55%. Yes, of course we have support, but you gotta remember he's also not very highly link leveled. So 7.2 million, with him at rainbow level, fully link leveled, definitely exceeds over 10 million with relative ease. Defense also after super is pretty good. It goes up a lot, because remember you're gaining on the super attack and you're gaining from the passive. So both of those things kick in quite nicely, and after super his defense is pretty good. Like I said, the debuffing is definitely an interesting mechanic. It actually helps a ton in a lot of content, and it especially helps in SBR and ESBR. But you'll find some interesting situations where it helps you quite a bit in some future events that come on the 9th anniversary. So it is going to be very interesting to see just how much he sees useful playtime on the Majin Buu team. I think overall, if you have him at a rainbow level, he's definitely a good option for a lot of content, as is. I think you need to put in a little bit of effort. You hopefully need to have him rainbowed. Hopefully need to have him, in all these really good situations. But then you're going to be having a great time, and you're going to be seeing a lot of really good production out of him. All in all, a good unit. Definitely a unit that's not just some kind of generic red zone unit. A little bit restricted, but I do think he will really jump to the floor when needed. In any ESBR, SBR situation, this guy's going to be an absolute Chad for you, and he's really going to help out your team. Can also perform on quite a few categories, and because he's a very rare kind of named unit, being Majin Buu Gotenks, then there isn't really like a huge amount of units he's competing with. Just the main physical LR Majin Buu Gotenks, but that one transforms, so in the end he's not really competing with a lot of units. So yeah, overall a great unit, really fun. Prioritize Metamorphosis and Margin if possible, but link set wise is probably his weakest section. I think Shocking Speed's the area where he suffers the most because of its exclusivity kind of with the rest of his link sets. But I think overall he'll still make it work, and you'll be able to get some good performances out of him. Probably mainly as a floater, dealing some decent damage and debuffing the opposition, or maybe a second slot unit if you want to prioritize his debuffing in events like SPR and ESPR. That's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching. Bye.